what's up? Hi.
Say louder.
안녕하세요.
Coke, say hi.
Hey, big guy. Nice shirt, Mickey Mouse.
80 degrees. Crazy.
So jealous. Perfect time to be in Florida this time of year.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is. It's perfect.
What you been up to in the off season so far?
So far, just been relaxing. We spent last week at the beach. We rented a house down close to Tampa and stayed at the beach for a week and just kind of relaxed as a family. Yeah, just been relaxing, doing stuff around the house.
Okay.
Taylor's been having me do all kinds of chores and stuff. So
Nice.
Seeing friends and family and just reconnecting. So it's been nice to be able to be home and relax and see family and friends.
Okay. Well, in the regular season, you threw 199 innings, and you pitched another 22 innings in the postseason.
Mhm.
Did your arm fell off yet?
Not yet. It was close. Not yet. No. It was good. I was very proud of that. You know, my only goal the whole season was to throw 200 innings. I was 3 outs away from that,
Right.
so very close. And then, you know, I threw well in the postseason. Threw a lot of innings there. And yeah, I was really proud of just the work that I put in the off season last year to prepare for that, because I wanted to be able to have my best baseball at the end of the season, and I feel like I did. You know, September, October, like I felt like I threw the ball really well at the end of the year with all that fatigue and with all those innings, and that's something that I pride myself in being able to do, and so I want to continue to do.
So, in other words, as the second half was going on, you didn't feel any tiredness. You felt strong, and you felt like you had the best stuff especially in the postseason.
I definitely felt tired. It was an adjustment of workouts and throwing program in between starts to be able to feel strong on game day.
Okay.
So working with Brandon, working with the trainers, working with the coaching staff on how to manipulate my throwing program, my sidelines, my workout programs, conditioning. That way I was staying strong and healthy, but also had the energy for the end of the season and into the playoffs on game day, because ultimately that's the most important day.
Okay. Playoff Game 5 with SK Wyverns. It was an epic game. It's just too bad. It's just too bad that someone had to lose. But
So yeah.
unfortunately for you and for Heroes, you guys came out on the bad end of the bargain. How long did it take you to personally recover from the emotions from that game?
I don't know if I'm recovered yet. It was the most emotional game I've ever been a part of in my life. It had so many ups and downs, and you know, you always hear guys say, "Oh, you know, I felt like I was never out of it." We were out of it.
Right.
We were done. Like, the season was over. We were done, and we fought so hard and came back one batter after the next batter after the next batter, and it was fun. It was a roller coaster like I've never been on in my life. It was amazing.
As you
I
guys
feel honored just to be a part of that game.
Okay. At the end of the game, how was the mood in the clubhouse or on the team bus? It must have been really dead quiet.
It was a mix. It was very emotional, but there was a lot of pride in the clubhouse.
Okay.
You could feel a sense of we never gave in.
Okay.
What we accomplished was amazing. I mean, I know in the beginning of the year we were projected to be a top end team,
Okay.
and we had injury after injury after injury, lots of complications throughout the season, and we stayed together as one team through the end. And I think that's the sense that we felt at the end of it, walking around the clubhouse. You just felt like everybody was really proud of what we had done that night.
And how were you guys able to stay together, just like you said? And at what point did you felt that, wow, maybe we have something special here?
I think we stayed together because of the guys in the clubhouse.
Okay.
We have such a solid group of guys, and you know, it's a lot of young guys. So it's a lot of guys that are just starting their career and just starting to become who they are as a person. And then we're led by some solid veterans. And, you know, Tekun, BH, Minsung, all those guys were solid guys that could bring us back to staying the course, staying the plan, staying together. And all three of those guys missed time at some point or another. They were all injured at some point, and the other two would just kind of step in and take over and lead. And it was just a great example of a team. You know, we stuck together no matter who we lost, how devastating it was. I mean, we lost pretty much every one of our great players this season at some point. And we still just kept going out there every night, winning games that we weren't supposed to win. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, you know, I saw you quite often during the season, and whenever I saw you at the stadium, you were always upbeat, very energetic, relaxed, confident, always good looking. But but I recently found out that you guys were actually, you and your family had some really difficult time. And you were thousands of miles away from home. The friends, family, they were not anywhere close by. How were you able to fight through that difficult time as a family and as a father? How were you able to fight through that whole difficult time?
I mean, first off, my faith in Jesus. You know, I'm a Christian, and that's who I am as a person. So that would be first and foremost of how I got through it. And then the support of my wife and my friends and my family through FaceTime, through phone calls, and my teammates. Even though my teammates didn't know, the daily influence they were on my life, the daily, the lightheartedness, the happiness to just be out there playing baseball together, the friendships that I've created. And you're right, I'm a very passionate person. I make friends quickly, and I feel very connected to my teammates, probably faster than maybe any foreigner ever. And I really feel like they're just family. They're great friends. I get to know them on a personal level. So those relationships really helped me out daily, even though they didn't know that they were helping me, but they were helping me on a daily basis. And there was a couple people in the organization that knew. The manager knew, Brandon knew, so they were able to check on me from time to time to kind of pull me aside. Hey, you doing okay? So that was great encouragement as well.
What about the fans? I mean, the 넥센히어로즈 fans were with you guys till the very end. How important were the fan support on your personal level?
The fans are great. You know, the ones that stayed with us through all the junk and that were dedicated to the team and to the players and coming out there supporting us every night. It was amazing to be able to have the same people just supporting us throughout the whole season, the ups and downs, and even to the very end. I mean, that's a moment I'll never forget, walking off of SK's field at the end of the game. And the season was over, and looking up into the crowd and seeing them on a freezing night, extra innings, and not one of them had left. And they were up there. They were proud of us. They were cheering for us. And it was a moment. Even now, I get chills thinking about that moment and looking up at the crowd as I was walking off. It was really cool, really special.
Some of them were actually crying. Did you see any fans that were crying?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of the fans, I got some questions from the fans for you.
All
right. The first question comes from Cha Ju-on. He's asking the innings that you pitched this year. What was the secret behind it? And how were you able to throw that many innings?
Just staying consistent. You know, we as a pitching staff came into spring training with a few goals in mind. Throw down in the strike zone, pitching inside, staying aggressive, and limiting walks.
Okay.
And we stuck with that plan the whole season. You know, there were throughout the year you change things. You know, obviously you change plans, but those three were what we lived on the entire season, and the consistency of that is what carried me deep into games, being able to have lower pitch counts, being able.
Question comes from two fans. They sent two exact questions. KBO and Jihei. Are you coming back next year? What's going on?
I hope so.
That's going on.
So, yeah, we're working on stuff, and it's looking promising, and it's looking like something might happen here soon, hopefully. So I love being in Korea. You know, I think everybody knows me and my family really enjoy our time there. We've made some really great friendships there and great memories there, and we hope it does continue.
So you're coming back?
We'll see.
All right. Well, it sounds positive, so we'll wait for the good news.
Okay.
The next question comes from Mingyu Choi. Slider or curveball? Which pitch do you have more confidence in? Or
Ooh,
both?
depends on the day, but probably slider.
Okay.
There are some days and some lineups in the KBO that my curveball is definitely my go-to.
Right.
But 3-2, ninth inning, bases loaded, it's probably going to be a slider.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. You guys were 3 outs away from making to the biggest stage of KBO, but you guys came up a little bit short. Assuming that you will be returning as a member of the Heroes next year, and if you do, what's your outlook on team's 2019 season?
I mean, it's the same goal as this year, is the Korean series.
Right.
I think we have the ability, we have the talent, we have the experience now. All these young guys that have never been in the playoffs have been there now,
Right.
and they've played on an exciting stage of baseball,
Right.
where they had to learn and adjust their nerves, their being able to focus. You know, so we've been there. We've been 3 outs away, and I know that's going to be our goal. The day one of spring training, I can just hear our managers talk already. It's like we're going, and we're going to make it this time. And I think it's a reality. I think it's something that we definitely could do.
You already sound pumped up. And it's...
No, I'm jacked. I'm ready to go.
All right, one last message for Heroes fans. I'm sure they're happy to see you again at this time of the year. What can you say to them for their support in 2018 and what they're looking for in 2019?
Just thank you so much for coming out every day, hot, cold, whatever it was, up, down. We had so many ups and downs throughout the whole season. We felt you. We felt you when we were out on the field. We knew y'all's support on road trips, at home, wherever it was. We really appreciate it, and we want more next year.
Okay.
So bring more fans, fill up the crowd, fill up the dome, and I'm excited to see y'all.
Do you miss Korean food yet?
Some things, yeah, but I'm loving all the food that I've missed here right now so far. So I haven't thought about it too much.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and stay in touch. And
sure.
let us know how you're doing in the off season. I'm sure
All right.
we'll stay in touch.
Sounds good. Thank you.